Hey guys, welcome back. Back here with another one. I figured I would do this because one of the subscribers kind of wanted me to do this, and I was thinking of doing one anyway before the series started, and that's a little preview of the Stanley Cup Final between Colorado and Tampa, and just how good on paper this series is. I mean, the lines that they have, it's just, I mean, this is a young team, a good decent young team like the Colorado Avalanche, making their first trip to the Stanley Cup Finals since 2001 against a team that is trying to do something that has not been done in 40 years, and that is win 3 straight Stanley Cups. They became the first team since the 1985 Edmonton Oilers to go to a Stanley Cup Final for a third straight year. The Oilers did it in 83, 84, and 85. So Tampa's trying to make some history. Colorado is trying to make some history of their own. So, and this is going to be a pretty darn good series, I think. And I mean, you know, the leading point scorers in these games. I mean, you might not think, you know, Cale Makar is the leading scorer for Colorado in the playoffs. He's got 5 goals and 17 assists for 22 points. That leads Colorado throughout the playoffs. Now, in second place, right behind him is, of course, Nathan MacKinnon. Now, he leads the team in goals. He's got 11 goals, 7 assists for 18 points. And then Rantanen comes in behind him. He's got 5 goals, 12 assists for 17 points. Landeskog has got 8 goals, 9 assists for 17 points. Kadri, who we're not quite sure if he's going to play yet, but you know, he ended up before he got hurt, he had 6 goals, 8 assists for 14 points. But it's not just them. They've got the role players that are doing really good. Comfer has done a really good job coming in for Kadri. Nichushkin has looked fantastic. Obe Kubel has been great. Byram has been terrific. I mean, the Avalanche is a very deep team. They are a very deep team, and I've said from the start, I've said this for the last couple of years, that Colorado really looked like a team that didn't really have a whole lot of weaknesses. Now, I mean, if there's one weakness they might have, and even this isn't really that big of a weakness, the goaltending. I mean, they've gone kind of back and forth, which actually, let me look real quick here, because let's see here. I got to go back to Colorado here. I did not write down what the records are for. I wonder if they'll show this here. Okay, that's that. And okay, for whatever reason they don't show. Okay. They don't exactly show what their records are. Well, that's kind of a bummer. And this is the NHL stats page that I'm looking at here. They don't show what their records are. Well, that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, Darcy Kemper, the normal starting goaltender, he's actually behind Francouz. I mean, Kemper has a 2.65 goals against and an 897 save percentage, and he's got no shutouts. Francouz has a 2.86 goals against average and a 906 save percentage with 1 shutout. So it kind of makes you wonder, who do they start? Do they go to Kemper? In game 1, or do they go to Francouz? I don't know. That is something we'll have to find out on Wednesday, and that is something that Jared Bednar, the coach for the Avalanche, is going to have to figure out. He's going to have to look at. He's probably going to look at those and be like, okay, who do we want? Who do we want in net? Who does he think is better? I mean, Kemper's been the guy, but he's kind of been up and down, and he's been hurt. He's been hurt a couple times. And Francouz has come in and looked good. So we'll have to find out in game 1 exactly who he goes with, whether he goes with Francouz or whether he goes with Kemper. So that's one kind of, decision that he's going to have to make. Otherwise, this is a team that's, Colorado is just, they're loaded with guys. And who would have thought Cale Makar, a defenseman is leading them in scoring? It just goes to show how good that kid is. He's very, very good. But on the other side, we go to the Tampa Bay Lightning. We go to the defending 2-time champions. And let me go back to here just to make sure, because I wrote down a few of the names, but I wanted to make sure that I kind of give some of these other guys on here their props too. It's not just the normal guys that are getting the job done here, but for the Lightning, their points leader, no surprise, Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov is leading them in points. He's got 7 goals. He's only got 7 goals. Some people would say, God, he's struggling. He's only got 7 goals. He's got 16 assists. Also, he's leading the team in the playoffs with 23 points. So that's not too bad. Right behind now it's a little bit of a difference in points here. Because second in points is a name you wouldn't think, but he's been Johnny on the spot when he's needed to be. Andre Palat. He has 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points. That is second on the team in points for the postseason. And then Stamkos comes in. Stamkos has 9 goals. He leads the team in goals. Stamkos leads the team in goals. He's got 9 goals, 6 assists for 15 points. And then Hedman comes in. Hedman only has 2 goals. And you would think, wow, Hedman's, Tampa's struggling. They got, Hedman is struggling. He's only got 2 goals. He's got 12 assists, though, too. He's got 14 points. And then it's kind of and then you've got then guys like, you've got Colton. Colton has 8 points. Perry has 8 points. Sergachev has 7. Paul's got 7. Hagel, Sorelli. These guys on the Lightning are really, really good. They're a very deep team too, and they're a team that is, you don't get this opportunity very often. Like I said, this is the last time this has happened. For a team to make the Stanley Cup final 3 straight times has not happened since 1985. So this is a big deal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're probably not gonna get another crack to do this. So they're gonna do their best to make the best of it. And they want to bring this home. They want to become the first team since the 1982 New York Islanders to win 3 in a row. So I fully expect them to come out I don't expect them to just, we'll give them a game or two, kind of like they did with the Rangers. We'll give them the first couple games and, we'll let them get their hopes up and then we'll snatch it from them. They can't do that against Colorado. They cannot do that against Colorado. They have to come out and play their best game right from the hop against these guys. So they can't afford to freaking spot Colorado 2 games and then expect to beat them 4 out of 5. Not Colorado. So they've got to come out and look good right from the jump, because Colorado, if there is a team that can stop this run that the Tampa Bay Lightning is on, it is the Colorado Avalanche. They are fantastic. Now, in goal, it's just like the last couple. You know, who's the backup? Who's the backup for Tampa? Who cares? It's Andre Vasilevsky's show. Andre Vasilevsky, he has a 2.27 goals against in the playoffs. I mean, you know, some people think, yeah, you know, that's not bad. It's, you know, not the greatest. I mean, but, you know, it's, you know, and I should say too that I said earlier Francouz has got a better goals against than Kemper. No, he's got a higher goals against than Kemper. Kemper has a 2.65 goals against. Francouz is 2.86. That's right. 2.86 is higher than 2.65. There goes me and my math again. It's just Francouz has a better save percentage. But getting back to Vasilevsky, he has a 2.27 goals against in the playoffs, which is better than Francouz and Kemper, and a 928 save percentage. 928. And in the last 8 series clinching games that he has had, in those 8, he's got 6 shutouts. I mean, when Tampa has a team down, I mean, when Tampa's on the verge of eliminating an opponent, Vasilevsky, that's when he decides, all right, lockdown. He will not let anything past him. So this will be very interesting. This will be a very interesting series to see. How is Vasilevsky going to hold up against guys like McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, Landeskog, Comfer, Kadri, maybe if Kadri comes back. There's also possibility Braden Point might come back for Tampa. We'll have to see on that one. He hasn't played since, I think, Game 7 of the first round against Toronto. So, that injury he went, that his leg did not look good when he went into the boards on that. But there's a possibility he might be able to come back. So we'll have to see. Him and Kadri might both make appearances here in the finals. We'll have to see. Now, this was the matchup that I picked in the bracket challenge. Matter of fact, I believe this was the matchup I have had in the bracket challenge the previous 2 years, I think. If I'm trying to remember right. This time I got it right. I had Colorado in the West, Tampa in the East, and it's interesting. And until somebody proves that they can beat the champs, I'm rolling with them. I think Tampa wins their 3rd in a row. But will it be easy? Absolutely not. And like I said, if there's a team that can stop them, Colorado is the team that can stop them, because they're that good. And honestly, that's the team that matches up the best with Tampa, is because I mean look at the guys you've got. I mean, McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, Landeskog on the Avalanche. They're the big guns for the Avalanche. Kucherov, Stamkos, Hedman, Palat. You know, they've been the big guys for Tampa. Palat has just been kind of a, you know, holy cow. You know, because normally you'd think, you know, Tampa led by Kucherov, Stamkos, Hedman. Yeah, and Hedman's got 14 points. But it's not. But again, it's not just them. It's their role players: Sergachev, Perry, Paul, Hagel, Sorelli, Chernak. I mean, they're a very deep team also, and it's interesting. It will be a very interesting final for sure. And I'd love to know your guys' picks. Who do you guys think is going to win this? Do you think Colorado can finally break this streak Tampa's on? Or does Tampa continue to roll and make some history that hasn't been made in 40 years? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you were able to make it all the way through. And if you enjoyed it, hit that like and subscribe button. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would certainly appreciate it. It would be awesome. And, you know, because I appreciate all the support that I get. And yeah. So let me know your guys' picks. You got Colorado? You got Tampa? Who do you think wins? It's gonna be a fun one for sure. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts. Hit like and subscribe. If you know, if you're just seeing this for the first time and you like it, hit that like and subscribe button. Let all your friends know if they wanna find a decent channel to, you know, watch some hockey content. That's all I do here. I love talking hockey. I love doing stuff like this. I love showing off my collection back here. Jersey unboxings. I absolutely love those. Those are my favorite videos to do, is the jersey unboxings. And yeah, just, you know, all hockey all the time. That's what I do here. So again, let me know your guys' picks. Hit like and subscribe if you like the content. And I will talk to you guys again soon.